Well, hello there guys, welcome back to Flashpoint Campaigns. Thanks for following this series, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and of course watch the other videos if you haven't already. So for those of you that were here for the last episode, we're of course moving all of these tanks. We've already picked and moved spots for them into this location to protect Sidul Abach, and basically the A1 highway, which is actually of pretty significant importance to us. We've also got this tank, and I actually want him to go ahead and assault the enemy tank here. It is going to be a pretty risky move, of course, but I think it's worth it, and we're going to go ahead and hold while we assault. So we're on the move, of course, and I'm also going to take maybe this leader. Nah, I think we're going to leave the leader there. We are going to leave this unit, and we're going to have them assault right there. Just a really quick assault, of course. And of course we'll just have them move through. We've also got some tanks here to the north, and the issue right here is, guys, that in the north, of course, we don't seem to have too many enemies, so I'm starting to think we might need to bring those tanks down, but at the same time, we've got enemies on their way to the Arbach area. Now, yes, we do have tanks to stop them, or to try and stop them, but there's a lot of them. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and move hastily to Dibasen and over here to the A261 highway and try to take that point back. I just think that that's going to be the best thing to do. We will, of course, screen. With this tank right here, I'm going to go ahead and move hastily over here to this point and, of course, hold. We just want to make sure that these units up here don't just get wasted, doing absolutely nothing. We want to make sure that they're actually going to go ahead and hold out and fight very, very much to take back Buchholz, because right now the enemy actually is holding Buchholz, and that's a little scary, especially since we started off holding it ourselves. We've also got some beautiful artillery batteries here, and I'm going to go ahead and select the entire stack, and I'm going to call some direct support. Let me actually back out. Whoa, back out. In this game, to back out, you got to zoom in, which is a little strange, but there's nothing really wrong with it. And we're going to do some neutralizing fire on... It's tough to select, but I guess we will do it on the tanks going over here. This is really the main area. We'll send another barrage of neutralizing fire over here in the center of town. Hopefully none of our troops get pushed there, and the third one over there to hit that group of tanks. Let's hope that all of this works, and we will go ahead and start the game and see what happens. Alright guys, 15 minutes of game resolution is about to commence. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, already the fight begins. It's definitely the enemy tanks with the initiative. They're still moving into town, and we didn't think they would take Buchholz, but it looks like they get closer and closer every day. Sorry guys, I wanted to actually get quite close so we could see exactly the units that are affected right here. Okay, there we go. We've got some APCs moving in, of course. And it looks like, unfortunately, the enemy tank actually managed to kill one of our mechanized rifle units. That's kind of not something I pretty much expect. I mean, the mechanized rifle units against the enemy tanks, pretty unlikely that they're going to be able to kill them. And that's the biggest concern here with all of the vehicles moving in. Now, I am hoping that our vehicles are going to be able to do something to put a stop to them, but we really don't know until it happens. Right now, I'm honestly just hoping for the best and hoping that our men will get some decent shots on the enemy. And of course, we've got a lot of other men moving over here. Come on, ATGM launch. Nice shot. It looks like we might have hit some enemy infantry units here. 2 BMPs and 1 mechanized rifle division. Hey, I'll take that any day. That's not bad. It's not a dead tank, but it's more dead Russians. And at this point, we know they've lost a tremendous amount of men in their actual army. Come on, use that ATGM. Alright, beautiful. It's good to see that those tanks are on the move. I must say, it looks like for sure Buchholz is definitely held by the Soviets right now. There's no doubting it. We just lost 2 of our M1A1s right there. It's very, very unfortunate. And of course, now we get this little question mark because now we don't actually have sights on the enemy. Of course, our surface-to-air missile our surface-to-air missile vehicle, the Chaparral, got destroyed pretty quickly, and now they are completely in control of Buchholz. There's no doubting it at all. All we can hope for is that our infantry might be able to fire off some ATGMs and get some good hits. And actually, we just got a shot with the 4th Battalion on a Soviet tank and managed to kill one T-80. And at that distance, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty good shot. We've got to give it to them. So we still have fighting men here. We've got these guys firing the ATGM at the enemy infantry, it looks like. Unfortunately, flew right over, probably hit some innocent person's home, and did absolutely no damage to the enemy whatsoever. Such is war, and we've got to get used to it. So it looks like the second... oh, nice. Battalion has arrived. We got some HQ battalions, as well as more chaparrals. We don't really need the chaparral because the enemy isn't attacking, at least right now, with any helicopters. We're not seeing any Kiowas or anything like that, so not really too happy about that. But any news is good news, maybe? Or no news is good news? Yeah, in this case, it's definitely not the greatest news, but it's not horrible. And it looks like we managed to get a BTR. One headquarters killed in action as well. So we've really just got to try and stick it in there. We do hold the northern part of town for sure, but of course that central part, which really holds the main victory point, it looks to be completely under Soviet control, guys. And look at that, they're already hitting our heli unit, or heli unit I should say, the headquarters, and that's not good at all. We don't want to lose headquarters either. Alright, look at that. 2 BMPs. And an ATGM launch once again. Doesn't look like it's going to be hitting anything. You can see that certainly in just 1 minute of gameplay here, because we're looking at up in the upper right, the 12 minutes, 11 minutes, etc., and that all took 1 minute for a lot of those kills. Tremendous amount of those kills. It looks like we might have gotten some enemy tanks here. 2 T-80s killed. That's awesome. Absolutely perfect. So it looks like we're still putting up a fight. And eventually, I mean, if we manage to kill a tremendous amount of the enemy here, they might just run away due to losses. As you can see, we just dropped our artillery. That's the arty we called in. Let's hope we got a hit on something. Unfortunately, doesn't look like it did a lot of damage, and we just dropped some arty on our own men. Actually, that's probably enemy arty. We certainly didn't target that that area. So yeah, that's enemy arty, and they definitely got a hit here for sure. Probably took out an HQ unit and 1 M10. Not good. That actually sounds like air power, so it could be actual enemy airplanes attacking us here, guys. Now that hit the enemies, but it doesn't look like it's going to damage. Well, it damaged one of our HQs, and a rifle brigade, of course. Actually, it was a Stinger missile. We need those Stingers to take out the enemy tanks. But it's mostly the enemy infantry getting the kills right now. And there we go. Another beautiful hit by our M1A1. Killed another enemy T-80. So hopefully we can at least hold Dieberson, maybe even Steinbach, and basically move these tanks up in time to save the city. But if you guys watched the first episode, we started off really, really well. Obviously things change as you continue playing, but you guys have got to watch that first episode so you get an idea of just how crazy this game has gotten throughout this entire fight. Remember, we're playing the campaign mode, and this is the beginning of the Cold War going hot. We also just killed a T-80. Shouldn't have messed with our tanks down there. That's the reason we started moving them. So a lot of dead Soviet tanks. That's one thing I'm happy about. There we go. That's what we need. Let's see what we got. 2 BMPs destroyed and 2 mechanized rifle killed. Got to just keep it up, guys. We can't give up the fight. And with these tanks on the way, and some of these are actually coming to Steinbeck, so they might be able to assist in retaking Buchholz. And over there, south of the K-75, we continue to fight it out with that group of enemy tanks. It's another ATGM launched by our boys, but to no avail, unfortunately. All right, here we go. Got some artillery fire. Unfortunately, I think we just blew some homes up. We didn't actually manage to hit the enemy at all. Let's see if the second shot is luckier. Oh, we might hit our own tank. We just killed one of our own Abrams, guys, with an artillery launch. That just goes to show you artillery's not always the answer. Bombs are not good, my friends. And as you can see there, I mean, Buchholz is pretty much a burning wreck. It should be all over the morning news, just the destruction of Buchholz. I think you can be certain with a battle like this that there are definitely casualties. Look at all those beautiful red trucks to the north. That is a sight to behold. And these are actually veteran guys, veteran rifle teams. Just don't think they can hold that against enemy tanks, especially being trapped between us and the enemy. It's going to make them definitely not as versatile and not as useful. But here we go. Maybe we can get another kill on these T-80s in the north. I would love to take out just the entire group in one turn. That would be hilarious. ATGM launch. Come on, boys. Gotta start learning how to use those ATGMs better. Of course, in this campaign, the war actually started essentially with us being attacked by the Soviets. So perhaps we didn't have time to train, or just not enough training to be ready for such an assault. And maybe we have some negative penalties associated because of that. But I really do want to see us actually get a victory here. There we go, beautiful hit there. One mechanized rifle division killed in action. There's quite a few there, so every single one we can take out, I think, is helping us and our cause big time. Of course, I wouldn't mind getting more accurate artillery fire. Enemy tank, ATGM launch. Come on, get one of those T-80s. Oh no, I think that's going to be one of our squads, and it's a headquarters unit. I mean, the enemy's all over them in Buchholz. So I'm not really surprised, but losing HQs like that, you know, you lose officers, the men aren't going to be as good at knowing what to do. So let's hope we've got some regular men to step up and help here. And actually, we just got a hit on a BMP, so that's another dead BMP. I like that. And our tanks are still there. They're still holding out. One BMP dead, and this is an HQ tank division. That's why there's just one M1A1 Abrams here, but he's putting up the best fight he can. And the more kills he gets, the better, because he's definitely going down himself. Excuse me, boys. Alright, our tanks are still coming to the battle, when that's what we need. Of course, the enemy tanks are advancing, and that's not what we need. We need them to stop and have a tank battle with us, because quite frankly, those T-80s, their range is nowhere near as good as our M1A1s. So if they come into range with us to have a tank battle, you better bet that the chances are we're going to win that tank battle. So we've got to keep trying to get that. We just lost a mechanized rifle division. Going into the houses of the people of Buchholz, hoping to get some help, and we just killed another T-80. Great shot there from the 4th Battalion of Tanks, 4th Armored Battalion in the north, and we've got more armored battalions on the way. This battle better last a lot longer, although as you can see, 844 remains. So in fact, not much remains of this battle. We really need to do well now. We just took it out. In fact, it's not showing us. There we go, 2 BMPs, 1 mechanized rifle kill. That's a great shot. But eventually, whoever has the victory points, you know, has what they have, and that's just going to be how it is. So, really want to get some tanks to Steinbeck. Want to make sure that we hopefully can hold this northern part and move down. If we can do that, we stand a chance of winning this battle for sure. Open fire, lads. See those other units driving through those towns. I hope they're not showing up too late. Okay, so player 2 has claimed that victory point with a freaking leader unit. Now, we did get 1 headquarters and 1 BMP, so at least we're doing some damage to their officer class, too. We've already killed quite a lot of them, but one of their officers went right into Steinbeck and took it, and I just won't have that. I'm going to have to fight back, guys. Might have to send all those tanks down just to take back Steinbeck. This area means a lot to me, not least because I like the author. Of course, it's not spelled the correct way, but so what? 2 T-80s destroyed. That's what we need to see. Oh wait, it is. Sorry, I thought there was an H at the end. It absolutely is spelled the correct way as Steinbeck. Now I like that town even more, so we've got to protect it no matter what we do. Unfortunately, now those T-80s, they're closer. They're in range of our M5. These are actually M5, so I'm not actually too familiar with this tank. And 2 of them just got blown up. We've got to take a look at those M5s at some point. If somebody wants to maybe put a link in the description, I will allow it. And we're going to strike hex 3218. Let's hope this was a good one. Remember, we actually aim for a hex with people in it. Well, with enemies in it, not with people. They're not people, they're only enemies. So that missed every single BMP in the area. Let's hope the second one gets a hit. And 1 BMP and 1 mechanized rifle division killed in action. Guess they didn't get out of the BMP in time, and that works out for us. Come on, tanks, move faster. I expect those guys to clear that entire highway within this turn. Good shot by our tank there. 1 BMP destroyed and 1 headquarters destroyed. Tit for tat. Good hit there by our boys. So 1 BMP and 1 mechanized rifle division killed in action. It looks like Steinbeck, at least, has avoided most of this fighting. Of course, Helms response here in the south has not. Neither has Buchholz, but maybe we can keep one area there, or at least one area of that city. There's got to be one whole city, and those have to be neighborhood names. By the way, we just got 3 T-80s, but those must be neighborhood names, or maybe they're individual cities, I'm not sure. If that's the case, then we definitely hold half of this city. And I think if we can keep that up, that's going to be good. But you can see those T-80s are getting closer. They're going to be taking out our tanks left and right here. 1 M1 Abrams and 1 M5 killed. Got a return kill there. Once again, tit for tat. It's going to be a few enemies. 3 T-80s. Good work, boys. But if those 2 can still make it through, we've got a problem. They're going to make it to our artillery. Our artillery does not have ATGMs. And we are going to be in serious jeopardy. Let's put it that way. Not like the freaking TV show either. This is going to be much more serious than that. You can see, yeah, man, they're all over this place. There's burning vehicles all over the city. I would imagine that the city would be in flames, at least the eastern half at this point, from all the artillery fire, all the burning vehicles, and just gasoline strewn everywhere around this place. But this would certainly be a dramatic beginning, excuse me, to the Cold War going hot. It really would. 1 BMP destroyed. Keep it up, boys. Keep shooting. So our rifle division is firing. I don't think they're going to get any kills firing. They might want to look for an ATGM of some sort. Not even sure they have the ability to use one. There we go. Fire again. Get that tank. There we go. The scout tank is still around and got 1 BMP. And I think even with just 1 scout tank, those BMPs are not going to do well against scout tanks. They're not. We destroyed another one of them, but now we see those tank units exposed, and they still have a ton of tank units. A lot of T-80s rolling around the streets of Buchholz right now. Alright, looks like we just got an HQ regiment. It might be a different kind of regiment. We'll have to take a look. Alright, not bad. And now, of course, we have some haze and fog, so max visibility is only 2,000 meters, which is not very good. We actually got an artillery strike on the enemy HQ. I don't remember aiming for it. Maybe we did it last turn? But yeah, apparently someone is striking the enemy HQ right now. And we just got a BTR-60 PB. This is where the enemy HQ is called. I didn't call the artillery strike, so maybe this is AI artillery coming in. Maybe we had a few more rounds and the AI took over, but that was interesting. I'm glad they did. Alright, tanks are breaking through to the north now. Another HQ down, but I hope they actually get to the north because we've got some tank divisions here that would love to say hello to them. hell was that artillery supposed to go? Alright, I hope that one doesn't take our tank out. They're definitely trying to take out the HQ tank. And I think they managed to blow up one of their own vehicles. That's a BCR-ZD Shresget. But I believe it's some sort of anti-air tank, if I'm not, or anti-air vehicle, excuse me, if I'm not mistaken. And we actually got hit by that artillery pretty bad. It looks like we lost one heavy machine gun unit, which isn't really going to do us much in this battle anyway. I'm not too upset, although it could have done some damage to those infantry units to the south, and even the Gauss trucks, but nothing to the T-80 tanks, and that's our biggest threat at this point in the battle. Despite killing at least 60 or 70 of them, there's still more. Nice, got a shot. That's why we're bringing our tanks in, guys. And that's why this tank in the north is our best tank crew right now. Killed the T-80. And it looks like we got some enemy infantry units here as well. That's always good. I like to work those infantry units down because they're going to be moving through the map as well. Of course, would be much nicer to at least cut these guys off the way we have our men cut off here. And of course, it would be a lot easier to take them out. And those tanks are still moving in the north, which is a really good sign. They actually moved pretty quickly for 13 minutes. Or 15 minutes, excuse me. That was actually not bad. Unfortunately, I think that HQ tank division is finally gone, and in fact it is. The M1A1 Abrams HQ division is destroyed. That's not good, but we must press on. Never give up, never surrender. Another shot. Come on, guys. They've already done pretty well. And the resolution phase is over. The American orders phase can now begin. Very cool, guys. Well, I mean, look at that. What else can I say? Just take a look at this city. If you're liking the game, please let me know in the comments down below, and also show that you're liking it with likes, comments, watch the ads. I know they can be annoying, but please do watch them. Once again, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, and don't forget to leave some comments, some tactical tips, what you think is going on, what you'd like to see, and we'll try to do our best. I'd love to see one of you guys write an AAR for this series. I know a lot of people like to write AARs for some of my videos. If you want to, please feel free. Start at episode 1. We would love it. Maybe we're really trying to actually bring the forums back, so I'll probably make a separate video on that. And that would be a perfect place to put these ARs once they're done. But I'd love to see what you guys think of the beginning of the Cold War going hot so far. I think we've done pretty well. We've killed a ton of Soviet tanks, but they remain resilient. So hopefully we can get to a point where we've destroyed so many of them that they just give up the fight. Pretty sure that's an option for us. I don't know if it's an option for them. But I hope you guys enjoyed. We're definitely going to come back with another episode. So thank you for supporting. Take care, and have an awesome day.